been dealing with anxiety since childhood.
I struggled with self-doubt and anxiety at work.
Anxiety and panic attacks were always a part of my life.
The road to freedom was paved with fears, known and unknown.
I was emotionally broken and I felt hopeless.
I never thought I could rise above my fears of vertigo.
I am Divya, a 27-year-old software engineer. I have been dealing with anxiety since childhood. During the pandemic, we were stuck at home all day. And for me, this made the situation worse. My job is subject to constant changes. Every day, I used to wake up with this fear of something terrible happening at work. I really wanted to calm myself down and be able to control my emotions. I reached out for help, and that's when I realized that I worry about things I have no control over. My counselor helped me analyze the situations that triggered my anxiety. I started understanding the connection between emotions, thoughts, and behavior. I learned to challenge my thoughts and be self-aware. I was able to work on my concerns in a healthy manner and have seen a positive change in my daily life. Today, I feel more in control of my thoughts and emotions.
Hello, Alisha here. I am a 29-year-old chartered accountant. I started working at a corporate office about 6 months ago. My job required working for at least 14 hours a day. It was quite challenging for me, and I constantly felt anxious, overwhelmed and exhausted about not being able to deliver work on time. I kept having negative thoughts like, what if I can't submit this on time, or what if my manager does not like my work? I was so worried that all this might lead to quit my job, and that I decided to reach out for help immediately. Through therapy, I started exploring my thoughts more deeply. I realized that I was being too self-critical by telling myself that I wasn't doing enough. With proper guidance, I learned self-compassion, the importance of work-life balance, and setting boundaries. After some sessions, I felt much better than before. Now I feel more confident in myself and my abilities.
Hello. Increased heart rate, irrational thoughts at work, and sometimes even at home. I was having all the symptoms of anxiety and panic attack. Being preoccupied with other home-related tasks added to my stress. Even my relationship with my wife became quite challenging. I am Chinmaya. I started looking for help. During therapy, I reflected on the triggers that cause my anxiety both at work and at home. I worked hard on building my self-esteem and communicating better with my wife. Now I can better communicate in anxiety-driven situations. I've become more self-aware about my symptoms, thoughts, and feelings. If you are unsure about how you feel or how to deal with something, I would suggest you reach out.
Hello, I'm Gauri, a 31-year-old who struggled with health anxiety. I worried a lot about everything, but my job and health were something I worried about the most. I thought it was okay to stress about my job and health till it became unbearable to think about them without getting into a severe state of panic. I started going for counseling and discussed patterns like constantly checking my smartwatch and searching on Google. Even past experiences that had affected my mental health, like losing a roommate and experiencing job-related stress. My counselor helped me realize that my desire for perfection and the childhood experiences of being mocked for being underweight contributed to my anxiety. Through various techniques, I explored my fear of failure and gained insights into it. All this was very helpful in managing my anxiety. I am now better equipped to handle it.
Hi, I'm Aaheli, and I struggled with anxiety and low mood for a long time. One day when my father fell ill and was hospitalized, it all became worse for me. This experience took a major toll on me emotionally and mentally. I also had some fears related to driving, flying, and water because of my previous accidents. I felt anxious about making any plans and about any changes in my life. I also struggled with assertiveness and felt that my friends and family members intruded on my personal space. I sought counseling to cope with my anxiety. I learned to challenge negative thoughts and recognize their impact on my emotions and my behaviors. Techniques such as mindfulness, meditation, and yoga comforted me whenever I felt anxious. I am better able to manage my anxiety now.
Hi, I'm Gautham. I was struggling with the phobia of heights and vertigo. My workplace was on a higher floor, which caused me distress. I started avoiding situations like having lunch or being in meetings or moving too much around the place. I would feel imbalanced, have irrational thoughts, be distracted, have an increased heart rate. I was somehow aware of the symptoms and the anxiety associated with it. So, I decided to seek help. I shared this with my counselor and slowly we started working on my irrational thoughts and fears. I started practicing various techniques such as mindfulness, relaxation practices, and placing myself in anxiety-provoking situations. I also took medication which helped me manage my distressing symptoms. Now, I can be on higher floors for longer durations of time, have lunch peacefully, and focus on positive thoughts. I'm still in therapy to improve my mental well-being.